Good morning. What's up? Yeah, okay. Okay. Are we ready? Okay. Hello, ladies. Hi. Okay. Good morning, everybody. My name is Valerie Hellerman. I've been a member for 8 years now. Yay. As you are welcome here. Visitor, friend, or longtime member, you are welcome here. With little children, or your partner, or alone, we joyfully welcome you here. You are welcome here as believer or doubter, as joiner or loner. You are welcome here. Feeling a part of us or not, full of energy or not, seeking a vision or a rest, you are welcome to join us as you are. We acknowledge that we are in the Aboriginal territories of the Salish, Nez Perce, Blackfeet, and Anishinaabe people who share the Helena Valley as hunting grounds. The indigenous story of the Helena Valley began long before the arrival of Europeans. We honor those who walked here before us. We honor the path that they have shown us in caring for this place and for generations to come. We strive for justice and fair relations with their descendants. So now we will light the chalice. Marianne, thank you. And if we can, I'll say this together. At times, our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each of us caused to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us. And then Judy will, thank you, Marianne. And now we'll sing Welcome to the Circle on page 2 of Open Your Heart songbook. Stand up as you're willing and able.
Company
beautiful. I have a very short little reading. It's basically a sentence. Unexpected kindness is the most powerful, least costly, and most underrated agent of human change. And now Marianne will read for Finding Kindness. Where's Harrison? I saw him. Hi, Harrison. You want to come up? Or Marianne, you gonna?
Do you want to come up, or I can come back in? Well, I can take a microphone with me. Come on up. We're good. So you decide where you want to sit. There? Okay, very good. Okay, now can you? Okay, very good. Do you want to turn the pages and stuff?
Sure.
Okay, so this book is called Finding Kindness.
In pictures.
Yep.
It's the same picture as the one that was in the title.
Yep, by Deborah Underwood and Irene Chan. Kindness is sometimes a cup and a card. So now, oh yeah, come on up. Hi. I'm gonna take this out. So when you look at this picture, what's with the cup and the card? Can you tell?
The cup, I think, was to hold the ladybug, so was to draw the ladybug, which is they were probably gonna offend somebody.
Okay, but they're gonna let it free outside because she's at the window. Okay, okay, you wanna turn the page? Or a ladder, a truck, and a tree. So what's going on here? Do you wanna take a step back?
He's trying to get the cat out of the tree.
And that's a kindness, isn't it? Because the little girl down at the bottom there, she wants her kitty back, right? And then, yep, she's watching. And one thing you'll notice about this book, are we good? Oh, okay. One thing you'll notice about this book is that whatever happened on the previous page kind of carries on over into the next page and the next
So
page.
she let it go, and then she looked out the window and saw this happen.
Yeah, yeah. And so here's our little girl waiting for her kitty, and what happens here?
She holds it.
Yes. A scritch and a cuddle. I've never heard of a scritch. Okay.
I have no idea.
Okay. Me either. Okay. Now, here's another kindness. A rake and a yard.
He's raking the leaves out of the yard.
Okay. Who's he doing it for?
For the kitten.
For the kitten. For the kitten? I think it's for this little lady back here, because kittens usually don't own houses. Is that all right? Okay. Can we turn the page? Okay. Okay. Ooh. What's he got?
A cookie.
Yeah. He got the cookie. So the lady's kindness back to him for his kindness, right? Okay. Who's getting a carrot? Who's getting a kindness next?
The bunny, because the bunny is getting a carrot.
Exactly. Whoop, 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 whoop. A key. Now what's a kindness? Any ideas?
He's handing the key back.
Because he dropped it. Yeah. And he probably had to run to catch up with him, right? Okay. Now you can turn the page.
This is one whole page.
It's a whole long page because it's a train. We don't have many of those around here, do we? Maybe someday.
I think out in the city there's a couple of trains.
Well, yeah, freight trains, yeah. But these are passenger trains. So let's talk about the kindness. It's seeds and a feeder. Is it kind to feed the birds?
Yeah.
Okay, and look who's up here.
But he's handing he stopped and he's handing the keys back.
Exactly. So the kindness keeps on rolling. Okay, so how can a seat on a train be a kindness, do you think?
Because the train is taking them somewhere.
Okay, if you had to stand on a train with a baby in your arms, that would be kind of hard, wouldn't it? Okay. Yeah, we got a rip there. I didn't see that. Sorry. Okay, let's turn the page carefully. Ooh, yeah, we got to turn it around. So now kindness is a daisy, a peach, or a pie, a wave at a baker, a boost on a crane, a sandwich shared up in the sky. So, where's the daisy, peach, and pie thing? Yeah, down at the bottom. The people down there are exchanging daisies and peaches. Is that showing? Oh, you got to go to the next one. Sorry, Catherine. Photographer error. Okay, so that's where the peach and the daisies. Oh, there's the pie.
I did that.
Okay. So what about a wave at a baker? Who's doing the waving?
That the guy that's looking at the yellow house.
Yeah, okay. What about this top part? A boost on a crane. Why would you need a boost on a crane?
Maybe because like coins on it like the easiest to use and stuff.
And he probably wants to join his buddies at work. And they're going to share their sandwiches with him, see? That's being kind, isn't it?
So he's gonna share a sandwich with that guy.
Okay, okay. Sharing sandwiches is good.
That guy has a burrito.
Burrito's like a sandwich, though, isn't it? Okay. Can we turn the page? Yes? Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Kindness is sometimes a tip in a case, a tap when a lace is untied. So what do you see? What's a tip in a case?
Like that guy is dropping like some coins or a dollar into that suitcase.
What for? Why?
Because he likes something they're doing with something.
So the bear is performing, right? He's on a cycle and he's juggling balls. Okay. What else do we got here? A tap when a lace is untied.
He's helping him tie the bear's to tie the bear's shoe.
What? Have you ever tripped over your shoelaces? No. Me either. Some shoes don't even have laces anymore, right? That's a bit. Whoa, whoa, whoa! We can't forget any pages. Okay. It's taking a photo, making some space. So, have you ever had someone take a photo of you and your family at a special place?
Yeah.
Okay. And what about over here?
It's like he's waiting for the ducks to cross the road.
Yeah, being patient is a kindness. Okay, very good. Okay. Now, this one will need 2 pages. Okay. So kindness, let's go backwards. We'll read this page first. And, no. It's a racket, a rocket, and a ride. We'll skip the racket a minute. How is a rocket a kindness?
So he's letting him throw the rocket.
Okay. And what about the ride?
It's helping somebody get to somewhere.
Right. And this is security. So she's either lost or she lost something, right? So that's a kindness. The racket thing is on the next page, over here.
Because they're like giving somebody the racket.
Can you play tennis or something by yourself, or racquetball by yourself? It's a little hard, isn't it? You can do it, but
Well, you have to go over to get it.
it's better for two people, right?
You do the ball thing and then you have to run over and get it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So kindness is a dirt and shovel, petunias and pails. It's trees that will someday be giving shade.
It's basically just gardening.
Yeah, basic gardening. You got.
That says police.
Well, it says security, but that's a good sign. The star on her shirt kind of indicates police, doesn't it? Okay, let's turn the page. Okay, kindness. It's plans and a hammer, it's lumber and nails. What are they doing here?
That's an engineer.
An engineer. You know what an engineer is?
It looks on the plans.
Looks on the plans, exactly. Okay.
My dad actually designed the plans.
Exactly. Can that be a kindness?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, yes. And my husband goes on Wednesdays to work for Habitat, so that's a kindness. They build houses for other people. Okay? Okay, it's houses and cold lemonade. What? What's the lemonade got to do with it?
It's like they're giving away the lemon. They're giving the lemonade to hot people to help them cool down and stuff.
Okay, because they're working pretty hard, huh? Okay, thank you. Turn the page.
Construction work already got it.
Yeah, he did get it. Uh-oh. Kindness is sometimes just taking a break or sitting with someone who's sad. So what's going on in this picture?
He wants one of those orange juice glasses, and they want those lemon glasses, but this spills and he cries.
Yeah, wow, he really cries. Okay, so what happens down here?
The construction worker helps him stop crying.
And kindness is forgiving yourself when you've made a mistake. So he made a mistake, right? But it doesn't help to be sad or mad at yourself for a long time, does it? Okay? And also forgive the friend who's gonna be mad. Do you think the little girl might have been mad that her stand was messed up? Okay, now we have a dog, a new character in our story. Turn the page. Okay. Kindness is cuddling puppies, it's holding a door, it's a toy and a treat and a comb. Okay, where are we going to find these things? Who's cuddling puppies?
A ton of people.
Yeah. Okay.
Like he is, she is, they all.
Okay. Do dogs like toys? That's some there. Okay.
There's so many dogs in this picture.
Do you know why?
No?
It's the dog pound or the adoption place where you can get a dog. A dachshund? Are you sure? Yeah.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
That little red ball.
Okay. And it's seeing the animals others ignore. It's a leash and a lick and a home. So over here on the next page, who gets to go home?
That guy.
That dog. So the leash is for him to tell him he's got a new home, and he's so happy he's going to lick somebody. Okay. Okay, so,
So he threw it, and now he's gonna catch it.
oh yeah, what did he throw?
He threw a stick, and the dog is running after it.
Exactly. So kindness is sometimes a song or a stick. Who's singing? Hi.
The dog.
Yeah, the dog's singing. Okay.
He's howling.
You think? Okay. Or a hi and a bat and a ball. Now, how is a bat and a ball kindness? Okay.
Playing a game with somebody. They're trading.
Okay. Trading the things they need. Okay. Next page. Okay. I got to see here a little bit better. It's soup when a neighbor is sneezy and sick. So who's sneezy and sick, you think?
That guy.
So the kid with the mask, okay? And who's bringing him soup, you think?
His
Okay.
friend.
Okay. Or kindness is a scoop if one happens to fall.
She got hurt, and then the ice cream man was saying, "Do you want some ice cream?" And she said, "Like, okay."
Okay. And remember when I said some of these pictures keep coming back? There's the guy with the leash. Okay. Yeah.
Giving him a love message.
Well, we'll see. So, kindness is reading a story, it's feeding a fish, it's a bucket, a book, and a yard.
Oh, you're giving him a book. Okay. Well, maybe he's giving them a book. Yeah.
We'll have to see.
It's really hard. And then he's feeding his fish, and then she's telling the story. And then he's drinking tea.
You know what we did on the last page? Do you remember?
He's sick. He's the sick one. That's the sick one. And he has tissues, and he's drinking, I think it's soup or tea, but I think that makes him feel better.
So people can hear. Let's try and talk to the mic, okay?
I'm sorry. That's okay. With the soup on the last page.
Exactly. That's how it's done. Okay, we'll back up quickly. Okay.
He's saying, "Do you want some soup?"
Okay. So kindness is, it's a kiss, it's kissing a sister. You agree?
Yes. Yes.
And what does she have in her hands?
The book that the guy was giving to her.
Exactly. Okay, and it's wishing a wish. Okay. So they're wishing on a star. What's going on down here?
It's a little bumblebee buzzing in the flowers.
So you've been here since the very beginning. What is it?
I think it's the same picture from the beginning.
Exactly. I think it's a lady. You called it a ladybug, and I think it is too.
Because it's red and it has dots.
Exactly. Yep. So here we go.
Some ladybugs are orange.
True, but this one, we're going to... So kindness is a bug and a cup and a card. And that was on the very first page, right?
She was giving the card where the ladybug is out.
Exactly. So the card helped the bug get out the window. He came back in though.
Just say thank you.
Yeah. Okay. The end. Thank you.
I'm here for less than half of the story.
Well, would you like to borrow it and take it with you? Okay. And I just make sure we get it after class, okay? Can we sing you guys out?
Thank you, Marianne.
You're welcome.
So now it's time for our offering. Thank you for your gifts this day and for all the gifts of action that make this community possible. If you are visiting, please remain our guests. Your presence is your gift to us. The passing of the plate will be followed by thank you for your loving hands from the Open Heart Songbook on page 25.
Would you like to announce the special collection as well?
Yes. Is that this one? Is that this? Yeah, there's a.
Any cash or.
Go ahead. You want to?
Okay. So any cash today or a check that's addressed to Heart will go to Valerie's Heart Initiative. Both hearts.
That's the Helen Area Refugee Resettlement Team, of which we now have 3 new families. Thank you. We're following that with It Is Not Enough on page 40 of your Open Heart Songbook.
It is not enough that we are
serving others with gratitude for the bounty of our lives. We are called to practice loving with a skill we do not recognize. And it is not enough that we are wounded, and it is not enough that we care. We are called to practice loving with a skill we hardly knew was there. Replenishing grace in this world quietly. We watch it grow, and we are called to practice loving with a skill we do not yet know. And it is not enough that we are wounded, and it is not enough that we care. We are called to practice loving with a skill we hardly knew was there. Opening to compassion when our minds would have us hide. Then the peace which passes all understanding heals us from deep inside. And it is not enough that we are wounded, and it is not enough that we care. We are called to practice loving with a skill we hardly knew was there.
Thank you, nice. As Unitarian Universalists, we are committed to social justice, but many of us find it overwhelming to respond to the magnitude of the challenges of our times. Today, the world feels fractured and divisive. Justice is questionable at the highest levels, and there is great suffering, not only globally, but here in the United States. How do we respond to these challenges with courage, hope, and action? How can we do this simply and consistently? I believe the answer may lie in kindness. Kindness as an affirmation of human value. As you use, we can all engage in this belief. We may think it's a small thing, inconsequential in the face of systemic injustice, but the truth is, it is a powerful force for change. Kindness expresses our values and becomes compassionate action in the pursuit of justice. Acts of kindness are political actions because kindness directly challenges systems of oppression that seek to divide and dehumanize us. When we offer kindness, we recognize the sacredness of another's life experience. We validate their joy, their struggles, and their humanity. A warm smile, a moment of listening, a helping hand, these simple gestures can dismantle a barrier of isolation and show mutual respect and solidarity. Every action we take has consequences, affecting the world in ways we may not always see. A single act of kindness can create ripples that extend far beyond the moment. When we choose to be kind, we not only uplift another person, but we also inspire others to do the same. This collective power of kindness fuels movements for justice and strengthens our communities. The Dalai Lama reminds us, be kind whenever possible, and it is always possible. This simple truth challenges us to recognize that kindness is not an afterthought or a passive response. It is an active, intentional choice that affirms human dignity. It is essential in building a more just world. Engaged kindness is easy to integrate into our daily lives, whether advocating for a more equitable society, supporting refugees and immigrants, standing against racism, homophobia, and economic oppression. Our small, consistent acts of kindness lay the groundwork for a larger social transformation. Kindness is not just personal, it is collective. It can influence the policies we support. Consider the kindness of those who sat outside the Montana legislature at last year's session when Representative Zoe Zephyr was banned from the chambers. They held space for her with love and solidarity, making a powerful, kind statement against homophobic policies. Kindness is also a spiritual practice. It means showing up with love even in difficult conversations, choosing empathy over judgment, and standing in solidarity with those whose voices are marginalized. In the face of suffering and injustice, we always have the power to choose kindness. And that choice is an act of resistance against a world that too often devalues human connection and care. Many people today feel unseen, overlooked in their joys and their struggles, maybe due to poverty, race, age, disability, displacement, or maybe we're just all so busy in our lives. Being unseen can lead to loneliness and alienation. It hurts the human spirit. But when people look into your eyes and acknowledge your presence, it says, you matter, and that recognition can be transformative. When I work in refugee camps, one of the most healing things our team does is to look people in the eye, ask them who they are, where they are from, and acknowledge their existence, human to human. It's not charity, it's respect and solidarity, an acknowledgement of the inherent worth and dignity of every being. As we navigate these challenging times, kindness becomes a tool for social justice, a way to honor human worth, a path towards a more compassionate and equitable world. Every time we extend a hand, listen with an open heart, or act in service of others, we are engaging in a potential act of justice and resistance. Caring deeply, really seeing someone and responding with intentional tenderness, that is activism of our soul. Let me share a story. I've been practicing random acts of kindness while preparing this message. On my drive to the office, I often see a man on the corner with a help sign, clearly a marginalized member of our community. One morning, I rolled down my window and said, "I'm sorry I don't have cash, but I want to say good morning." He smiled broadly and said, "Oh dear, God bless you, God bless you." Now, we wave to each other every day. Sometimes I give him a sandwich, sometimes cash, but mostly I just say hello. It breaks down walls, and I look for him every day. Another moment, I was in the OPA office, which is the Office of Public Assistance. If anybody has gone through that, it's kind of a nightmare. I was there with a refugee family. The receptionist, often gruff and clearly overworked, had really bold, over-the-top, colorful makeup. I said, "Oh, wow, you did a beautiful job with your makeup." Her smile was just radiant, and it was contagious. The next person in line got a big smile from her, too. There's a profound sense of meaning when your simple words become a source of comfort or recognition for someone else. Kindness softens our own edges. It calms our stress, lifts our mood, and creates empathy. Neuroscience actually backs this. Acts of compassion release oxytocin and dopamine, the feel-good chemicals. But more than that, they awaken our sense of a shared humanity. My friend, Mark Gold, who is founder of the 100 Friends Project, an NGO, started giving money directly to people in need, offering help as they asked for it. His goal was to give away $1 million, and he far surpassed that. Give away $1 million helping people in dire need. I was on a fundraising event with him. I was sitting in the back next to a woman who was clearly agitated during his talk. Finally, she raised her hand and said, "You just do this to feel good." Mark paused and with a huge smile said, "Yes, ma'am, and it makes me feel great." Yes, it feels good to be kind. In these difficult times where fear and cruelty are normalized, kindness is a radical and necessary force. When we commit to seeing and caring for one another, we shift the world, one moment at a time. Engaging in kindness gives us purpose and connection. It reminds us that even in this shattered world, our hearts are not powerless. So how can we engage in daily acts of kindness? How can we engage ourselves daily? Well, start with yourself. Practice inward kindness. Speak to yourself gently. Breathe. Use guiltless self-reflection. Have compassion for yourself in whatever you're carrying. Be present to your child, to your partner, your coworker, to a stranger. And for those who are closer or more intimate in your life, put away your distractions and really be with them and listen deeply. Invite others to be kind with you. Make kindness a shared activity. Look someone in the eyes and smile, especially the overlooked, the janitor, the waitress, the cashier, the homeless person. Ask their name. Ask how their day is going. Leave a kind note for someone. Be generous with praise. Show appreciation. Tell a person when they have inspired you, or compliment them on doing something they did well, or just how important their presence is to you. Funny thing, a few years ago, my husband started leaving me these little post-it notes of appreciation. At first I was like, oh, sweet. Then when it continued, I was suspicious. Like, what is this? Sometimes it's hard to accept kindness or recognition. Offer to help a person struggling with anything heavy or a package. Pay for the coffee of the person behind you in line. Send a message of encouragement to someone going through a hard time. Share food. Invite someone to dinner, or invite someone to your table. Learn the name of someone you often see but never speak to. There's joy in seeing someone smile because of something you did. Healing in knowing you helped lighten someone's burden. Kindness works quietly, but it interrupts cycles of harm. One kind gesture can soothe tensions, prevent conflict, and create space for healing. Each act is a declaration. Love still matters. People still matters. We belong to each other. Kindness is radical because it resists apathy. It is political because it builds community, nurturing trust, and awakens compassion and empathy. It is not weakness. It is a strength, and it is transformative. In our culture, which equates power with dominance, kindness shows that true strength lies in empathy, in vulnerability, and in caring. When people choose kindness, even when it's hard, they show a different kind of courage, the courage to build up rather than tear down. In these confusing times of suffering and uncertainty, kindness tells us we are not alone. Kindness keeps hope alive. It reminds us we will care for one another. We will not give up on this world. The more we live that truth, the stronger our hope for humanity becomes. Kindness is a spiritual commitment. It is an act of unwavering humanitarian support, and it is a radical social justice movement. So be kind. And we have these little cards that you saw outside that says expressing kindness, and on the back, in very small print, unfortunately, it says that we are the Unitarian Universalists. And I would encourage each of you to take a bunch of these, give them to people when you do an act of kindness, and show them that you're a Unitarian and that we embody kindness in our commitments, and also to remind ourselves to be kind. When we see it in your wallet or in your pocket, it's like, oh, okay, time to be kind. Okay, so now we have some moments of reflection. Meditation. So I think we have just a few minutes for reflection. Thank you, Marianne. You taking this?
Well, yes. That's not any have to respond.
Oh.
Good morning. Thank you, Valerie. What a nice talk for us today. Thank you. And as I'm thinking of kindness, and some of you may know of the values of having, feeling, acting, loving, speaking, thinking, being. And there's research that indicates from around the world, there's people, especially indigenous, who follow those types of values in a 4-system, 7-system, and there is also a 12-system. And in the research that I do as a yoga therapist, I have summary mantras, and the 10th is care, comfort, compassionate, cosmic cure, keenly kind. So thank you for reminding me.
Can you say that again, please?
Care, comfort, cosmic cure, keenly kind. And the spiritual affirmation for that, or the philosophically and or theologically, is seeking heights and depths in universal harmony, pranava.
Thank you, Valerie. I really like your statement that kindness is a political action because it goes against the grain of what currently is searching for power instead of, you know, understanding other people and being kind to them. Thank you. That's a very good statement.
I just want to shout out a couple kindness warriors that we have in our congregation. And of course, it's very easy to see just by how she read to the children this morning. Marianne is like the embodiment of a kind person. I mean, seriously, if you're sick, if you've missed coffee, if you've announced any kind of need, I mean, literally how you read that story to the children, the entire time I was just so touched at how kind you were to them. She was a teacher, so it shows, but anyway. And I also wanted to shout out a kindness that Judy did one day to me. And I'm gonna cry. I've cried over it like many times, actually. I love to sing. I've never been a good singer. Like, I can't really carry a tune. When I was a waitress when I was 17, we used to have to sing Happy Birthday. And it was a very fancy restaurant, and the waiters would stand at the back and we would light our lighters. That meant like you had a birthday and you needed a team to go sing Happy Birthday. And I would always, you know, if I saw that lighter, I was like, yeah, we're gonna sing Happy Birthday. And Tim Jefferson said, I will sing, but I will only do it if Nicole Twitchell will not sing. And it hurt me, it hurt my heart. But one day, Judy said to me, she said, I love it when Nikki's here to sing. And I mean, like, I have cried about that kindness because it made me feel so seen that I love to sing. And I try my hardest, and I never really carry the tune right, but when it comes into those notes that I know my voice can do, I belt it out. And I just wanted to say thank you for that. It really, really made a difference at a time when I was feeling disconnected from this community. And I just thank you. I'm sorry I cried, you guys. There's pent-up emotion. Thank you, Valerie, also. I mean, of course you're a kindness warrior. We respect you and love you.
So Valerie, this message is so supportive of our mission as Unitarians, and to actually help educate us and remind us and move us forward, and then to provide these adorable little cards to carry to remind us. And I have a little story about that, in that when the cards got printed, the Unitarian thing on the back is so tiny. And finally, at my age, I'm losing my vision and my hearing. And so I just got hearing aids this week, and I'm having a cataract surgery in a couple months. And so I'm working on improving that. And in the meantime, I couldn't read these little cards. So I made mailing labels to put over those things so that they're now legible. And I'm slowly moving through the cards so that people can read them more easily. Because if it attracts anybody to our fellowship, what a stroke of good fortune for all concerned. So thank you, my friend.
And then there was one more over here.
I was just going to say thank you for the cards. I didn't know we had them, and can't wait to use them.
So, yeah, thank you. Okay.
Announcements before?
No, if announcements are printed, we don't need to read them. There's some on the back. There's some in the emails. Okay.
I do just want to say that on April 27th, the Jumbo Singers will be here at the service. And Judy and Katie are running that. And please come and bring your kids, because These are all the refugee kids who are going to be singing to you, and it'd be great to have your kids and these kids all, I won't say run around together, but
And bring plenty of food because
Oh.
we're asking the families to come but not to bring food, so, you know, triple your contribution.
okay, so now we'll extinguish the chalice. Thank you, Marianne. And if we all read this together. If you have found freedom, take it with you into the world. If you have found comfort, go and share it with others. If you have dreamed dreams, help one another that they may become true. If you have known love, give some back to a bruised and hurting world.